Hello friends, welcome to my channel Ease of Learning Economics. In today's video, I am going to discuss consumers equilibrium. First of all, we will see what is equilibrium. Equilibrium is a state of balance from which a person don't want to move. Now, a question arises in our mind, what is consumer's equilibrium? A consumer wants to allocate his income on goods and services in such a way that gives him maximum satisfaction. So we can say in equilibrium, a consumer have no intention to change the allocation of income on goods and services. To find the consumer equilibrium, we need indifference map which shows preferences of a consumer and his budget line. Budget line is also called price line. When consumers' income and prices of two goods are given, a budget line or price line shows all the combinations of two goods, maybe the X and Y, which can be purchased with spending all present income on them. This can be called budget constraints, and a consumer have to spend within this budget constraints. A consumer can spend as much as his income is. Now we will see in detail about budget line or price line. Budget line or price line is also called total expenditure line. Suppose a consumer's income is rupees 10 per month. He spends his income only on two goods, X and Y. Price of good X, that is Px, is rupees 2 per unit, and price of good Y, that is Py, is rupees 1 per unit. And budget constraints or income constraint in front of a consumer is I is equal to Qx multiplied by Px plus Qy multiplied by Py. When a consumer spends all his income on purchasing good Y, he spends total rupees 10 on Y. He can purchase 10 units of Y because price of Y is rupees per unit, and he will not have a single unit of good X. As he decreases his expenditure on good Y, he can purchase more and more goods of good X, but his total expenditure remains equal to his income, and that is rupees 10. So here in this diagram we can see on x-axis we have taken good X, and on y-axis we have taken good Y. If a consumer spends all his income on good Y, he can purchase maximum quantity of good Y is 10 units. And if he spends all his income on good X, he can purchase maximum units of good Y is 5. And when we join these 2 points P and L, we get budget line. And a consumer spend can purchase all the combination which are on this price line. If he choose a combination within this line, so he is spending less than his income, and that means he is getting less satisfaction. If he spend if he want to go on a point which is located outside price line, here in this diagram we can see a point C is located outside price line. That is unreachable combination for consumer because his income do not allow him to go to reach on point C. So this is budget line. Now we will see the assumptions of consumer equilibrium. Consumer act rationally to get maximum satisfaction is the first assumption. We have second assumption is we have an indifference map. Third assumption is consumer's income is given and constant during the analysis. Fourth assumption is no change in prices of goods. Next is consumer have complete information about market. With these assumptions, we can set consumer's equilibrium. Now we will see how a consumer will be in equilibrium. There are three conditions to get consumer's equilibrium and they are as follows. First condition is budget line should be tangent to the indifference curve from below. Second condition is slope of the price line must be equal to the slope of indifference curve. And the last condition is indifference curve should convex to the origin. Now we will see all these conditions in detail. The first condition to set a consumer's equilibrium is budget line should be tangent to the indifference curve from below. Here we have an indifference map and a budget line of a consumer. We can see point A, B, C, D, E in the diagram. Point A, B and C are on IC1 and point D is on IC2 and point E is located on IC3. IC means indifference curve. Higher indifference curve gives higher level of satisfaction as we know. So a consumer will not be on a lower indifference curve, spending less than his income. He want to reach the highest indifference curve on which his budget line allows him. As we can see in the diagram, point B is the highest point where a consumer can reach. Point E is unattainable because it is located outside the budget line. Point D is tangent between price line and indifference curve. So, on point D, consumers equilibrium can be set, but there is two more conditions that are to be fulfilled. Then, only then, the consumer equilibrium can be set. The next condition is slope of price line must be equal to the slope of indifference curve. Slope of budget line is equal to px upon py and slope of indifference curve is actually m marginal rate of substitution of x for y and that is minus delta y. It means change in quantity of y upon delta x means change in quantity of x. Slope of budget line refers market exchange rate and slope of indifference curve shows consumers personal exchange rate. On tangent point, indifference curve and budget line shows equality between consumers MRS of x for y and market exchange rate, that is price ratio of goods. As we all know, if we have to find slope of a point on curved line, we have to draw a tangent line, and here in this diagram as you are seeing, point A on demand curve is tangent to budget line and point A can be the point of consumer's equilibrium if other conditions are satisfied. Now, third condition is indifference curve should be convex to the origin. A consumer equilibrium can be set up only when indifference curve is convex to the origin. It means marginal rate of substitution is decreasing. A decreasing marginal rate of substitution is must to draw an indifference curve. On point A in the previous diagram, all three conditions are satisfied, hence this point is considered as a point of consumer equilibrium. Now that's all for today's video.